Hi, welcome to the Wet Hen, which is located on the corner of Longley and South McCarran. And my name is Chris Fagert. I'm with Northern Nevada Hopes, and we are getting ready for Dining Out for Life, which is our largest fundraiser on April 30th. And today, Chef Brandon is going to show us how to make an amazing omelet. So come with me, let's go back to the kitchen and see how to do it. And this is Brandon. He's the head chef here at the Wet Hen Cafe, and he's going to give us some tips on how to make the perfect omelet. And thank you so much for having us today.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah. So what can you tell us about some tips to make the perfect omelet?
Sure. Well, obviously, first and foremost, you want to use some fresh ingredients. That makes the biggest difference. And then when it comes to eggs, eggs are temperamental. So don't overcook your eggs, unless you like them a little darker. But typically for a nice fluffy omelet, you want to cook just until set.
Okay.
And then good utensils, a nice egg spatula and a non-stick pan, those are always good things to have.
Does it matter if your vegetables and the different things you're adding are room temperature? Or should they be room temperature versus being right out of the fridge?
Well, I usually recommend sauteing your meats or vegetables a little first. Let's pull some flavors out of them, soften them up, and get them hot.
Okay. Well, great. Well, do you want to get started and show us your magic here?
Absolutely.
All right, Brandon. So what are we going to be making today?
Well, today we're going to make an omelet with some fresh ingredients. We're going to have a little bit of cherrywood smoked bacon, some fresh avocado, white mushrooms, and Swiss. And we'll start with 3 eggs, which is pretty traditional for an omelet. And then we'll whisk that all together, get our eggs set and ready, and then we'll take it over to the pan and start getting things fired up.
Let's do it.
All right. So obviously in getting started, first thing you want to do is shell your eggs. And it's really important not to leave any shells in the egg. Once you have all your eggs together, you can either whisk them together with a whisk like this, or you can use a fork. A fork works great too. You want to mix your eggs thoroughly and beat them just to a nice fluff. Not until they're frothy, but just a nice little froth, and you're set. So now that we have all of our eggs whisked up, we've got our ingredients together, we'll take it over to the stove and make an omelet.
Okay, great.
So now that we have all of our ingredients together, we're going to prepare to make an omelet. So I've got 2 nice non-stick pans. Those are usually your best bet for making a good omelet. So I'm going to add a little oil to each pan first, like so. And then usually a good idea, saute your vegetables and meat a little first. Helps bring the flavors together and also tenderize your vegetables. I'm not going to saute the avocado. That will be just fine all on its own. Once I get this going and fairly soft, then I'm going to add my eggs to my second pan. You can always add your ingredients to your eggs if you feel that might be a better option for you. I like to do them separately and then add them and fold the omelet afterwards. So while these are warming up, I'm just going to make sure that I put just enough oil in my pan to coat the bottom. You don't want too much, but you also don't want too little. And now that pan's getting pretty hot and I can see that my vegetables and meat are starting to sizzle a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my egg pan and add those eggs we just whisked. I recommend starting with a cold pan and heating your pan once you've got the eggs in there. Helps prevent from overcooking the eggs, which makes for a hard, tough egg. Also lends quite a bit of flavor if you overcook your eggs or brown them. If you like them that way, totally fine, but for a nice fluffy omelet, you want to try and stay away from browning them. So now our mushrooms are starting to soften up a little bit, and I can see I need to add just a little bit more oil. egg pan's warming up nicely. And you can see here I'm using a soft baker's spatula. This one's nice because it's high temperature, so it won't melt on a hot pan. But as the eggs are warming and starting to set up, I'm going to pull them away from the side of the pan. And also pull into the center of the pan. That way any egg that isn't cooked on top rushes underneath and begins to cook. That also helps prevent you from browning the eggs. And I'm just going to toss my veggies and my bacon a little bit here with these nice tender mushrooms. They're starting to get a little al dente, which is how I like them. Al dente is perfect. And once again, I'm just lifting the side of my omelet, letting any excess egg run underneath. Now, if you're feeling a little novice and you don't want to flip your omelet, you can always use the spatula. Just make sure you slide it all the way underneath before flipping. Or, if you've got a nice non-stick pan and it seems to be moving freely on its own in the pan, you can flip. Just a nice light rolling action. You don't want to give it too much. That last little bit isn't going to take too long to cook, so I'm going to take it off the heat. Now that my veggies are fairly al dente, I'm going to toss those in there. And for a final touch, we'll throw a little bit of cheese. Okay, a little more cheese. I like cheese. A couple pieces of avocado. And you can fold the omelet in the pan, or you can fold it right out of the pan, just like that. Were you able to see that? And a little bit more cheese on top. Voila.
Beautiful. I'm ready to eat.
And voila, a wet hen omelet.
Beautiful. Looks fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, is it time to try it?
Absolutely, dig in.
Okay, all right. I have to take a ladylike bite here. Gotta get some avocado. That's a big bite. That is so good. That is delicious. Beautiful too. Absolutely beautiful. Well, that's it for Dining Out with Hopes. And thank you so much, Brandon.
Yeah, thanks for coming in.
We want to thank the Wet Hen for having us out here today and showing us how to make an amazing omelet. So please come out to dine for breakfast or for lunch, or take a look at our website, doflnv.org, and see our list of other participating restaurants on Dining Out for Life Day. See you there.